Hi everybody, today I will show you how to use Gutenberg WordPress editor. So let's begin. Alright, so to use the Gutenberg editor in the WordPress, we don't have to install anything. Basically, Gutenberg editor is actually the default editor of the WordPress. Okay, so for that what we have to do, if you wanted to use that, we have the two options to use it. Either you can create a post with your Gutenberg editor, or you can create the page with your Gutenberg editor. So whatever you prefer to use based on your need. Okay. Now the thing is that we just want to know how does the Gutenberg editor works. Okay. So here we can either go with the post and we can also go with the pages, whatever we prefer to use. The process is going to be same. Okay. So I'm going to go here and I would click on add new post, and in here you will be able to see the Gutenberg editor. So this is actually the Gutenberg editor. Okay, and now we have to explore the different options that we have in there. All right, so the first thing that we have to do, we have to add the title to your page or the post. So since we're working on the post, this will be the title to our post. So I'm going to write down Gutenberg. Okay, I hope I haven't done any spelling mistake. And on the right side, you can see here we have the sidebar. So we can set the featured image here if you wanted to. And we can also see the status, publish, link, author, template that we're using. And you can also see the other options here in our sidebar. Okay, and then we have the categories and the tags as well. And if I click on the block, and here you can see this no block is selected because we haven't added anything into this. So if I wanted to add the blocks or the elements into the Gutenberg, either I can click on this plus icon, and from here I can simply search for the blocks that I wanted to use, or I can simply click on here and it will actually show you all the different elements or the blocks that you have here. Okay, so I have installed the shop lenter here, so that is why I'm going to see the option of the shop lenter. But if you haven't installed it, don't worry, we are not going to use this here. Okay, so these are actually the part of a Spectra theme, and you can see here we have the heading, we have the image. So if I wanted to use the image here, what I can do, I can simply click on the image here, and from here I can simply select the image. Okay, and here you can see the different options here as well on the left sidebar. So we have the checkout elements, then we have the customizer dashboard, and after that we have the cart, we have the shop. So some of these belong to some of the plugins that I have installed, but most of you're gonna find most of them here. And after this we have this text elements in which we have the paragraph, we have the heading, we have the list, we have the card, we have the code, and you can see the other options here as well. And after this we have the media as well, and these are actually, so these ones, the text and the media, and then the design, so these are actually in the design. And after that we have the widget, and then we have this theme. So these are actually the default elements that we have in our Gutenberg editor. So I'm going to use these default ones so that if you haven't installed any other plugin, so you can simply use them. So I'm going to add the image here again, but on the first one I would like to delete this. Okay, so let's click on delete, and here you can also see a lot of the different options. So if you wanted to copy, you can simply copy it from here. Then we have the duplicate, and then we have the copy style. If you wanted to copy the style of that image element, you can simply do this and you can put it on any other image element. And then we have the group, lock, rename, create pattern. So you can explore these options here. And after this we also have these options here. So you can see this, we have a Spectra, copy paste. Then if you wanted to add any link to your image, you can do this from here. And here we have the alignment, and then if you wanted to move this element down there, you can simply do this. And from here you can also change the element or transform the element into the other elements that you can see here. But right now I'm gonna delete this. Perfect. So now I would like to upload the image or get the image from the media library. So here you can see the three options. Either you can upload the image from your own computer, or you can get the image from the media library, or you also have insert from the URL. So if you want to get the image from internet, you can simply do this from here. So let's click on media library here, and I'm going to pick any random image from here. All right, so I would like to go here with this one. So let's click on select. And here you can see these options that we have already explored. You might also be able to see some other options here as well. And if you wanted to add the text over the image, you can simply click here. And from here, you can add the text here. So I would like to add, let's say, productive day. All right. And this is how I can add the text here. And on the text, we have the different options. So I can change the alignment of the text from the left side to the right side. So if I wanted to put this on the left side, I can simply do this. If I wanted to put this on the right side, I can simply click there. But I'm going to go here with the text center. Okay, so this is how we can add the text over our image. And after this, we can explore the paragraph here. So I'm going to simply write down paragraph and I will simply click here. And here you can write down the paragraph. So I'm going to go here, hello world. All right. And after this, if I wanted to add the separator or the break or something like this, I can simply do this from here. Okay. And then we also have the heading. So we can explore the heading here. So we can simply click here. And now we'll be able to see our heading. And you can see the options accordingly here. And you can also see the options on your right sidebar for the customization. So if you wanted to change the text color of the heading, you can simply do this from here. So if I just change the color here to the red, I can simply change it from here. And we also have the background color. So if I wanted to have the dark background color or something like this, I can pick the color from here. So I'm going to go here with the dark color and I'm going to change the color of the text. So this is going to be, let's say, the pink color, or we can go here with a grayish color. So whatever you prefer to use here. And we also have the option for the gradient colors. All right. So if you wanted to do that, you can simply do this. I'm going to clear this. And if you also wanted to go here with the gradient color, you can also do it from here. Okay. But right now I'm going to keep it like this. And after that, we have the typography and then we have the dimensions. So if you wanted to add the border, you can simply add the border. And if you wanted to add the border radius, we can also add the border radius, as you can see here. And after that, we have the attributes. And after that, we have the advanced settings. So in advanced settings, you have the HTML anchor and additional CSS classes. So if you wanted to add that, you can do this from here. Okay. And what else we can do from here? We also have the dimensions. So in the dimensions, we have the padding and the margin as well. And you're going to explore the same kind of options for the paragraph as well. Okay. So after that, what we can do here, we're going to add some container here. So I'm going to simply click here now. And I would like to add, let's say, and we also have the shortcode. Right now, I'm going to go here with the list. So if you wanted to add the elements into the list, you can simply do this from here. So I'm going to write down item 1. This will be, let's say, item 2, and this is going to be item 3. So this is how we can add the list here. So now I'm going to only have the 3 items. And here you can see here we have the list item. And after that, we're going to see if you wanted to make this look bold or italic, or if you wanted to add the link here. And after this, we have these different options here. So we have the by link and then we have the inline image. So if you wanted to add any inline image here, we can simply do this from here. So I'm going to pick here like this one and click on select. And now you will be able to see. So this option is actually used to add the icon. So this is how you can add the image if you wanted to, but I don't really want to add the image here. So I'm going to simply undo this. And if you wanted to customize this, you have the options here, and you also have the options here in the typography, color, dimension, border, and advanced. Okay. And after that, I'm going to explore the tables. If I just write down / here, you'll be able to see these different options here. So we have the button, we have the calendar, we have the code, we have the short code. So right now I'm going to search for table. So let's see if we have the table. So I'm going to simply click on the table. And here you can decide the number of columns and the number of rows. I'm going to click on create. And here you can see here we have created our table here. So you can add the content here. And if you wanted to customize this, you can simply customize this from here. Okay. So here we have the 2 different options. Second one is for the styling and the first one is actually for the setting. So however you like to prefer it. So I'm going to go here with the header section. So you can add the header label here and then you can add the data here. And if you wanted to change the style here, so in style, you can see this, we are having stripe and then we are having default, we have the color, we have the typography and dimensions and border. Okay. So after this, what do you have? So I'm going to click on here and here you can also see the patterns here. So if you wanted to add any predefined patterns here, you can simply do this from here. But I would like you to explore this option by yourself. Right now, I'm going to go back to the blocks. So in here, we can also add the gallery. We can also add the audio and the video file from here. And then we have this code. If you wanted to show any code snippet, you can do this from here. then we have this different options. So what you have to do, the process is similar for any of these options. You will just need to click on that particular option, whatever you want to add, and then you're gonna actually edit the content if something is related to the text. And then if you wanted to edit this or style this, you have the options on the right sidebar, and you can also do this on here directly, as you can see here. Okay, so I'm gonna write down, this is the god, that's it. Okay, and what else we can do, we're gonna add the button here as well. So I'm gonna write down the button, and I will simply click here, and now I'll be able to see the option of the button. Okay, and from here I can change the size of it to the full width, to the half width, whatever you prefer to use. Then we have the attribute, then we have the style, so whatever you like to add here. So I'm going to write down only the button. So this is how we can add the button here. And after that, we can explore some more options here. So I'm going to add the container. Okay, so how we going to add the container? It's pretty simple. I'm going to simply write down container here, and you'll be able to see the group, raw, stack, grid, and the container as well. So if you wanted to add this, you're going to simply click here, and from here we can add the container into the 2 different columns, from the 3 different columns, or a single column. And by the way, this container widget is from the Spectra theme. So if you wanted to use this, you're going to need that theme as well. Okay, so I'm going to go here with the 2 column structure, and now from here I can add the content in the 2 columns. And in here you're going to see the different options for the customization. So we have the general settings, we have the style, and then we have the advanced. So let's say I wanted to add the heading here. All right, so here I'm going to simply drag the heading here. Okay, and I have to put it here. I'm going to do the same thing on the first one. So this is how we can add the content into the different columns, and then we can edit them accordingly. All right, so now if I wanted to add the video here, I can also do this. I'm going to simply search for the video, and from here you can see the different options here and the different platforms and the widgets of the different platforms which we can directly add here. So right now I'm going to go here with the video, and it would work in the similar way just like the image. Either you can upload this from your computer, or you can go into the media library, or you can insert this from the URL. So these are the different options that we have in the Gutenberg editor. Alright, so if you wanted to add any space between these different content, what you can do, we have the block here for that. So that is called spacer. So I'm going to write down spacer, and I'll simply add this between any of these 2 blocks. I'm going to add it here, and this will be considered as the space. Okay, and this is how you can add the space in between your blocks. And I think we have explored enough options in the Gutenberg editor, and we have also learned how can we customize them. So this is how we can use the Gutenberg editor in the WordPress. So if you really find this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe the channel.